Hello there, Aries, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and today I'll be doing your July love reading. So we're going to take a look at the overall energies in your romantic love life with the oracle cards, and then we'll get some more details with the tarot. And if you are enjoying the content I create or resonating with this message, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, or subscribe. Okay, let's get started with your reading. Okay, message in a bottle. Aries, you're getting a message from somebody, and it could be somebody new that, reaches out to you and wants to get to know you better, or it could possibly be somebody from the past that is, sending a message trying to reconnect with you in some way. So we'll definitely be taking a look at that. And we have Unfinished Symphony. It is popped out with a lot of force. Okay, the Unfinished Symphony to me is, a sign of some type of reconciliation. Hearing something from somebody in the past, and, for one reason or another, your relationship isn't really over. You may be separated right now. I kind of get that kind of message. And breathe. This is about you staying calm through all of this. This person from the past may have really hurt you. They're, sending some type of message, perhaps, an apology, or in somehow wanting to reconnect. Getting a lot of that energy lately. I think it's all the eclipses and everything. Yeah, we've had a lot of that energy of reconnecting with past loves. Okay, so we're going to look at the romance angel cards and see what we have here. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Okay, so this could be somebody that's actually new in this lifetime, but that you have known in a past lifetime. Or it could just be somebody that you have previously had some type of connection with. You deserve love. Yeah, I'm really getting the sense that this person may have really hurt you. And, with that card, it's kind of like, you deserve love. And I think that part of the lesson that you've learned while you're going through this situation is really learning that you do deserve love. I feel like there's a strong sense of, yes, I do deserve love. Flirt. And it says, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yeah, so, maybe, Aries, you're going to be flirting with a couple of different options. We'll have to see. Honeymoon on the bottom. Okay, so to me, the honeymoon is, really being in that honeymoon phase, whether you actually get married and go on a honeymoon, or just that sense of bliss. And that goes so well with this flirt card, right? It's kind of like just that sense of just being caught up in passion and, perhaps the newness of it. And even if it's a reconnection, it's kind of like your energy in the relationship is kind of like new. It's not the same. Okay, so because this does look like a past love coming back, I am going to do a past position. So we'll do past, present, obstacle, advice, and future. All right, in the past you have the devil. Aries. That could be, definitely a sign that whatever went down, this person, some of you may be saying yes, they were the devil. But it's also, kind of a sign that the relationship in general has some toxic, unbalanced energy about it. So we're going to clarify that in a minute. Okay, in the present, you have the King of Wands. I think this is your person returning. The King of Wands is somebody that knows what they want and they're going to come and get it. And Aries, I think that might be you. Now, of course, this is also, a symbol of you. You are a fire sign, and it could be that you know what you want, and perhaps you know that you do want to reconnect with this person, or you're like, no, I'm walking away. And, I always think it's interesting that in this deck, the King of Wands is, drumming. It's kind of like beating to your own drum. And for some of you, you may be feeling like, yeah, I'm going to beat to my own drum. I don't need this connection from the past. Okay, so let's see what your obstacle is, the High Priestess. Your your intuition is trying to speak to you. Your higher self is trying to speak to you. Your angels, your spirit guides. They're trying to give you some guidance in this situation, and for some reason you're blocking it or not listening to your intuition. Sometimes that happens when we get so caught up in our head, and you could be really kind of spending a lot of time ruminating over what this person did, and not listening quite to your intuition and to your heart in this situation. Sometimes that's good, right? Sometimes you need to listen to your head more than your heart. But I do feel, since this is in your obstacle, this is Spirit saying to you, you do need to listen to your intuition a little bit more. Okay, so the advice is the Knight of Wands. It's about taking action, going in the direction that you want to go in, being inspired, being full of passion. And once again, we have the Flirt card here. So, these two really go together. And then we also had, the Honeymoon card, which is kind of another sense of passion and perhaps, not... being so caught up in your head or blocking yourself from love because of something that did happen in the past. Okay, so let's see what the future holds. Two of Wands. Wow, lots of Wands energy here. And, once again, you are a fire sign, but it's also about, a lot of passion in this connection. That's what I'm seeing, that there is a lot of passion. The Two of Wands is trying to make a decision and then strategizing how you are going to have this come through. For some of you, you may be the person that wants to pursue somebody else. Because I do see a lot of action being taken it's either you wanting to take action or this other person definitely wanting to take action. You both could be actually trying to take action too. That just came to me. But I do feel like somebody in this situation is just really set on getting their way in this situation. Ace of Swords. Okay, there's going to be some new information, new revelation, and I really feel like this is about your intuition, kind of like really getting into your intuition and listening to, the messages that your higher self is trying to give to you. All right, we're going to clarify these. Let's see what further information we can get and some more advice for you, Aries. So with the Devil, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody was determined that this was going to, last a lifetime. The Ten of Pentacles really talks about, everlasting love, just really kind of being focused that this was going to last forever. And it is kind of interesting that we have this unfinished symphony. Somebody in this connection does not want this connection to end, and that could be you or it could be the person that you're dealing with, but somebody is really kind of almost super attached. And the Devil, it does have that type of manipulation, like they may have done something in the past in order to try to make you stay in a relationship. And Aries, I don't know why this is coming up, but it's kind of like, for some of you, you may have dealt with a situation where, you were not in a long-term committed relationship, and then there was like a pregnancy, and, to try in a manipulative way to try to keep the commitment together when somebody knew that it was going to end. And that's definitely not going to resonate for everybody, but I did get that message, so it could resonate with some of you. The other thing is just kind of like this sense of trying to, I'm going to get a couple more clarifiers, but it's almost kind of like doing whatever they needed to do to keep you committed or keep this commitment together. Yeah, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, yes, Two of Cups. Somebody is looking at this connection in a loving way, and I feel like somebody else is almost trying to keep this connection together in a very sneaky way, and causing heartbreak. I almost feel like this person could have, this is your past position, could have played on your heartstrings in some way to try to keep this connection together. And it was definitely toxic, and, somebody walked away. Somebody finally walked away, but this is also kind of like either out of selfishness or just trying to, get away from the situation in some way. You may have walked away because you realized like how manipulative this person or the situation was. So it's kind of like to save yourself, you walked away, but there was a lot of heartbreak because I think you thought this was also a long-term commitment, and we have the Two of Cups on the bottom. There's a lot of love in this situation. There is. Unfortunately, there was also some type of toxicity too. It could be, with the Devil card, it could be an addiction. Like, the person you're dealing with or somebody in this connection had an addiction issue, and, somebody had to walk away and see if they could get the help that they needed, because it was kind of like staying in the connection wasn't going to help that person, because it was too codependent. Okay, so let's look at the King of Wands. This is where you are now. Yeah, you have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Wow, Queen of Swords. Somebody is really trying to work on this connection, bringing it back together. The Four of Wands is a stable, happy family, strong foundation. Somebody here is really trying to work on bringing this connection back together, getting a new start, a fresh start. And they're very passionate about it with this King of Wands. I do kind of feel like if this was a situation where somebody had an addiction and you had to separate because of that addiction, I almost feel like they really did try to go and work on themselves in hopes to also kind of reunite with you. And this message that you're getting could possibly be this person coming in to let you know that, hey, I am, sober now, or I've really, got my life back in order. I feel like they've really been trying to work on this stability, and they want you to come back on the path with them. Really interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at this High Priestess. This is your obstacle. The Fool, the Five of Wands, the Two of Cups. Yeah, and on the bottom, the World. Your obstacle is that you're having a hard time listening to your intuition. Your intuition is really trying to help you with this situation. So I would, suggest like quieting your mind, spending time in nature, journaling, even talking with your friends or family, somebody that you can trust, even a counselor or a therapist about this situation, because, part of you wants to start fresh and go in a new direction, and part of you knows that this is a true soulmate connection. And in the middle, we have the Five of Wands. I'm really taking this as your kind of internal conflict about this situation, this love situation. Do I, get involved again with this person, even though, you may have some trust issues, you may be concerned about, what went down in the past, and you're not really sure that you want to kind of, go on this path again. But you also understand, like, once again, there's a lot of love here. This is a true, like, soulmate connection. And, your intuition is really trying to help you. So I would say, one of the things that you would really want to do is just really try to listen to your intuition with this situation. And I would say also, maybe just taking it slow. Don't like rush back into this. Take it a little slow. Okay, so let's look at the advice. We have the Seven of Wands on the bottom. This is you kind of getting on top of how you feel about the situation. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Somebody is really trying to move forward here. And we also have the World card. So somebody wants to step into a new world, and it could be, you know, a new world with the two of you together, or it could be that you just want to birth a new world for yourself, because we have the Empress here, and this is you truly loving yourself. And they're pointing out to me that you deserve love. You do deserve love. You deserve the best kind of love for you. And I think for some of you, you're just looking at this connection as a Four of Cups. There may be, you know, once again, that heartstrings. I keep hearing the word heartstrings. They may be kind of playing on your heartstrings, and you kind of perhaps know intuitively that this connection isn't sparking any passion in you. I feel like they have all the passion, and you're kind of feeling ho-hum about it. Like, I think you're very reserved about this whole situation, and you're really thinking about starting your own new world, like embracing something new, taking care of yourself. And it could be that, you know, you kind of almost got burnt out with this person, like they really took advantage of you. You know, this has been a very draining connection for you, and there is love still there, but I think that there's also inside of you this want to start something new, to go in a new direction. It's definitely unfinished. I think that you do need to speak to this person, have, you know, some type of heart-to-heart conversation. Maybe you do even give it a little bit of time if they come back and you're feeling like, you know, they have done the work, they have kind of leveled up a little bit. You may want to spend some time with them and take it really slow and see how you're feeling, because in the end, it is your decision. We have the Two of Wands here. So we have the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the King of Wands. Wow. With the Magician on the bottom. Somebody is really trying to manifest this coming back together, and it could actually be both of you. There's so much passion here. You're really trying to decide where to go. And once again, we have the intuition, the High Priestess. This is your intuition, listening to your higher being, you know, really trying to tune in. And with the Lovers, this is also the sign of a choice, having to make a choice that will change your life from this point on. This is kind of like a crossroads decision. I think once, if you decide to walk away from this connection, it's done, you know. And if you decide to continue down the path with this person, then I think you're committing to that also. But the Lovers is also another sign. We have the Two of Cups. I really feel like this is a true, you know, soulmate connection. This is not an easy connection for you to break, and I think you know that. King of Wands, once again, some of your fiery energy. We started with the King of Wands, but this is about you deciding what you want to do about this decision, because we started off with the King of Wands. It's you deciding, is this the person for you? This ending, I would have to say, is very positive, but remember that you have free will. I think, you know, I'm going to pull some good tarot here, just some kind of overall advice, because it's definitely clear that the universe wants you to make the decision, but they also want you to really listen to your intuition. Okay, so we have the Eight of Air, the Eight of Water, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, you have a lot of sadness in this situation, and you know, we have the High Priestess on the bottom again. So using your intuition, this is the Knight of Pentacles. This has been a very slow process of somebody trying to, I think one of you, because we have the Messenger of Air, the Knight of Swords underneath that, I think one of you is really grounded, Aries. I'm thinking this is you, and one of you wants to come in quickly and just, you know, get their way. And I think that's the person that you are dealing with. And with, you know, the Eight of Wands, they're coming in. There's a lot of communication. I also saw the King of Pentacles, which means they're going to come in. They may, you know, there may have been, I don't see anything with finances here, but they may come in and act as if they are truly grounded. That King of Pentacles is, I'm grounded, I'm responsible, you know, I'm working, I'm making money, I'm stable, that type of energy. But here is, you know, here is something that you want to keep in mind. We have the Eight of Swords. This is your doubts about the whole situation. The Eight of Cups. You're willing to walk away from this situation because you really want a love that's, you know, just really stable and really good for you. And then we have the Three of Swords, the heartbreak. I think there's going to be heartbreak, whether you stay in a connection with this person or you leave. I think that you're going to be sad either way. I feel like you're kind of between a rock and a hard place. Like there's no clear-cut answer, and there's also like no easy answer. And I think that that is why we keep having your intuition popping up. It's about really listening to what your higher being is saying is good for you. And because this is a general reading, you know, everybody will resonate a little bit differently with it. And I really just, you know, just listen to your intuition, listen to your gut. You'll be able to understand what it is that you need to do. Sacred space. This is your creativity oracle card. Use beautiful art, music, and creativity of all kinds to put you into a sacred space. And I really think this is about you getting into your intuition. That's your sacred space, where it's like you and your higher self knowing what is really good for you. You've been through a lot, Aries, and in this situation, you know, you do really have to listen to yourself. What is going to be the best for you, because you do deserve love. And trying to use music or creativity in order to kind of get inspired, to calm your mind, and to be able to listen to that, because I do feel like you're probably a little bit on an emotional roller coaster with this person. And when you're in that space, it's really hard to listen to your intuition. I also feel like this person has been good at least in the past, to playing to your heartstrings. They still may be doing that a little bit. You know, we had the Magician on the bottom. You know, could be somebody is still being manipulative here. You have the strength to overcome this and the wisdom to know what is good for you. And you're also, you know, willing to go it alone, Aries. I think you know that you deserve love, but you also deserve the best love, right? It's not just any love. Aries, you deserve the best of love. Okay, so here is your Lover's Oracle card to close out your reading. And there is the artwork. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And wow, that gives me goosebumps, because that is exactly what I've been getting this entire reading. Like, you really do know what the right thing is for you and possibly the others in this situation. You may know in your heart that being with this person may feel good, but you also know it may not be good for them as well as not good for you. And that's such a hard place to be, but you know what's right. And I really think that you're going to listen to your intuition and follow the guidance that you get. Well, Aries, I do wish you lots of love and light and peace in this situation and all your situations. And once again, if you've enjoyed this reading, I really would appreciate it if you consider sharing, or subscribing. But I do hope to see you again soon, and I wish you much joy in the future. Bye for now.